It's your bear here, and I'm hungry. Hungry for gaming, that is. Alright, awful jokes aside, as we venture into 2023, there are some highly anticipated games coming out over the next 12 months. So allow me to be the bearer of good news. Gamers are going to be eating good this year. And in that spirit, I'm going to be ranking some of the most exciting games coming out by comparing them to delicious food things. I'm a bear, so expect this to be a very fish and sweet-centric rating system. Now without further ado, let's get into it. Forspoken has me legitimately excited. I played the demo last month and it exceeded my expectations. Now admittedly, my expectations were pretty low, but the demo was solid. The demo was pudding. It isn't every day Square Enix comes along with a new IP that I actually care about. This game looks like an updated FF15, but I say that having loved FF15. Now, comparisons aside, this game actually looks really interesting and fresh. Forspoken has already been pushed twice, so it's almost certainly too late for Square Enix to try to push that date again. But you never know with these fools. I'm a Square simp, but even I don't trust them anymore. So here's hoping we actually get to play this game by the end of the month. Now I'm going to score this one extra tasty. 4 out of 5 egg puddings. Dead Space Remake? Yes, please. I loved the original Dead Space. It was like Event Horizon in space. Wait, no, they were in space. Moving on. The original game legitimately freaked me out in some places. It was one of the best survival horror games of all time, at least in my opinion. And it sounds like this version is being rebuilt from the ground up. I am actually really looking forward to the new environments, new monsters, and new gameplay mechanics that are promised by the developer. This one looks like it's going to scare me more than a bacon-wrapped churro. And I mean that as a good thing. I'm going to score this one 4 out of 5 big ol' carp for the Dead Space remake. Now Horizon's Call of the Mountain is coming out for the PSVR 2. Am I going to play this game? The real question is, am I going to get a PSVR 2 just to play this game? Actually, the even bigger question is, am I going to be able to write off the new VR system on my taxes? Well, only if I get to 5,000 subscribers, so please like and subscribe. Alright, shameless plug aside, Call of the Mountain promises to be much longer than your typical VR game. It's definitely not going to be as long as, say, Forbidden West that came out last year, but I am definitely excited to see what Guerrilla Games has for this story. What dino robot narrative do they have in store for us this time around? This one kind of depends on if I get a VR set, otherwise I might just watch it on YouTube. It's gonna be extra fancy, but will it be extra delicious? I'm gonna score this 3 out of 5 fruit pies. The Resident Evil 4 remake. Yeah, now I'm on top of this one. Capcom can do no wrong lately when it comes to the Resident Evil franchise. This is a welcome pattern that they've been developing, and almost makes me forget Resi 5 and 6 if I'm being honest. Now the trailers for the Resi 4 remake have looked very promising. I can't wait to see how they handle some of the more ridiculous moments of this game. Just a couple of months until memes about Ada and the Merchant overtake YouTube and Reddit. So I'll be playing this from under a blanket with just like all of the lights on. I'm gonna score this 5 out of 5 seafood skewers. Tears of the Kingdom, one of the most highly anticipated games of 2023. This is the long-awaited sequel to Breath of the Wild. And honestly, the game I am singularly most excited to play this year. The original was praised for its vast open world, compelling story, and innovative gameplay. I have been eagerly awaiting this game for many years. Here's hoping they allow the players to still explore the lands of Hyrule as much as it looks like we're going to be exploring the skies above it. I truly loved the sense of wonder in Breath of the Wild, so this game is already poised to be my game of the year. Also, Breath of the Wild let Link ride bears, and bears are sort of my thing if you haven't noticed, so don't let me down on this, Nintendo. Tears of the Kingdom, I'm just going to give this one everything. It's just a pile of candy, an egg tart, maybe a delicious little souffle, some sort of meat on a stick, a fish, you name it. Just a total 5 out of 5. This one is going to be so tasty. Now I'm really hyped about Final Fantasy XVI. Ask anyone who knows me, and they would say I'm definitely the most excited about a new mainline FF game this year. They would be wrong, but it is still very exciting. I am cautiously optimistic about 16. The trailers kinda make this one look like Game of Thrones with chocobos, but you get to pet a dog, and everything seems to focus pretty heavily on the summons, and those are 2 big points in my favor. I will definitely be picking this one up day one. Lots of hope it doesn't get delayed and that it packs as much of a punch as some of the older FFs did. Scoring wise, I gotta give this one 4 out of 5 slices of cake. Now there hasn't been a lot said about Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and the only things I really know is that this game will feature Miles Morales, Peter Parker, Kraven, and of course Venom. And you know, that's pretty much all I need to know. I really loved playing the original 2018 game on PS4, and this one just seems to be going bigger in every way. Sony and Marvel have really gotten into a groove with Spider-Man lately, so this one looks like it's going to be delicious. I'll laugh, I'll cry, I'll play the hell out of this one. It's going to be scored 4 out of 5 grilled fishies. Next up is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm not going to lie, I'm more excited about this one than FF16. I really enjoyed Remake. I don't think Square needed to change the story, and to be frank, I'm still a little hurt that they did, but I'm also excited to see where they're going to take this series moving forward. The return of Zack to the mainline story, it promises to be interesting and should hopefully make for some new, memorable moments. At least, I'm hoping Square doesn't mess this up. They had a slam dunk in remaking 7, and they chose to go down this unknown path, so please Square, I'm begging you, don't mess it up. And don't delay this game too much either. Let's get this going, come on. This one is going to be cake, 4.5 out of 5. You don't need 5 whole cakes, think of the calories, don't do that to yourself. And that's my list. How many of these games do you think will actually come out this year? And what games are you looking forward to that I might not have mentioned on this list? Let me know in the comments if you think some of these games are going to be delayed, or if there's a game you're really excited about that I failed to mention. You know, really chew me out if your favorite game isn't on this list. Don't hold back. Also, feel free to assume the rest of this video is some sort of witty outro that is amazing, interesting, and just universally loved. Hopefully, that got you to subscribe. Go ahead, you know you want to. Alright, and as always, thank you for watching.